Okay, here we go. Flying Fish Information Service and Challenges for Health number 15. These are some additional resistance bands exercises to support our Zoom program and the FAME program generally. FAME, if you're not familiar, flexibility, agility, mobility, energy. They're precursor exercises, flexibility, mobility exercises. You're limited to the weight, the drawing weight or the pull weight of the band. This one's 35 kilos, 25 kilos, 30 kilos. If you really wanted to stack up with massive weights, then you'd be using barbells or kettlebells. So we've got to sort of pitch it right where it exists in the compendium, the lexicon of training. Okay, mobility, agility, flexibility. Okay, now at the end of this, I'd like you to subscribe. Please subscribe. Down there, I think, there's a little button, and that basically helps us to grow as a channel, and it shows us that you love us. So please do subscribe. If you want to receive notifications, press the notifications bell, and that will tell you when we post a new video, and typically we post probably once or twice a week. All our videos are free, and on the channel there's all sorts of information about paddling related stuff, calisthenics, fitness, FAME stuff, all sorts of information. And like I say, that will always be free, and it's not just for paddlers. It started off that way, but if you're doing any form of multi-sports, multi-discipline, then this stuff, the fitness stuff, the flexibility stuff, will certainly support your program as well if you happen to be, as I say, a purveyor of a different sport. Anyway, on with the training, resistance bands and FAME. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, first exercise is a familiar one. So we normally do the up and over, but now we're doing up and over with a lateral stretch. And that's basically, I can feel that all the way down the right-hand side of my body when I'm stretching to the left into my adductors, abductors as well. What we're doing is putting some additional tension on the band, and I'm pushing it's like a band pull apart, but vertical. So up and over, stretch, stretch, big stretch, up and over, a bit of functional fitness stuff. There we go, up and over stretch. Okay, next one is a standard band pull apart. It's like a chest expansion exercise. Now what you want is sufficient load on the band. So really, that's about right for me. Taking a bite out of the band there, too narrow is not sufficient. So you need to get the right level of band with the right draw weight on it. Like I say, this is 35 kilo from Decathlon. So what we're doing is just pulling it straight across the chest, feel it in the upper arms and the shoulders. Just say above the chest, maybe just below the clavicle, sternum height, that sort of thing. And what I typically do is probably 10 or 20 and then hold it for 10 or 20. So it's a mobility exercise followed by a static hold. And the reverse as well, at the back. So we start like in the squat position, and it's like a lat pull down. And what we're doing, once again, we're pulling down to our shoulder blades, across the shoulders, slightly different work in the shoulders, and then finishing it off with a static hold as well. Beautiful. Moving on, the low halos, we've done this one before, helicopter halos. Remember, you're mobilising your shoulder, your elbow and your wrist, so you're flexing and extending the wrist as well, and we're trying to get back as far as possible, so it's a big stretch at the back as well. So from the side, it's a big stretch back. There we go. There we go. And we're typically, once again, either doing 30 seconds or a minute, or maybe 10 or 20 reps, and then going the opposite way as well. Remember to flex and extend the wrists as we go. That's a high halo, low halo, double it over. Sorry, that's a low halo, high halo this time. It's a circumduction exercise. Imagine I'm describing a cone with my shoulder as the apex of the cone. And typically, I do this stood up or kneeling down. Kneeling down is better for the core. I'll just crouch down so you can see me. Start off at the top, and the circle I'm describing is about, the diameter is about my shoulder width. There we go, once again, feel it in the legs as well. Once again, 10, 20 or a set time, and then we go down, same exercise, but 90 degrees different. And then take it the opposite way and finish off at the top. There we go. Okay, next set of exercises, lunges, forward, rearward and transverse. From that body rotation position, tension on the band pushing out to the front. So we get lunge forwards, twist, twist. Try and get your knee down as far as possible. Just tension in the quads. Forwards, twist, twist. You get the idea. From the side. Forwards, twist, twist. Recover. Forwards, twist, twist. Puts a bit more tension on the core, so better all-round exercise. Rear lunges, same again but to the rear, so backwards. Good balance and coordination exercise as well. Fairly straight forwards. And the transverse lunges, same again. So we're going stretch and stretch and stretch. Transverse as normal. Stretch. Okay, there's your set of lunges. Next to front raise and upright row. Now, just have a look what's going on at the bottom. So I'm standing inside the band and I'll be doing a front raise or an upright row, okay? So just see what's going on at the bottom first and I'll step in and show you the rest. So the front raise is neutral wrist, so I'm not letting the wrist cant over. It's a straight wrist, a straight pull. So from there, nice comfortable position, I'm just going just short of hip width apart. And I'm going up, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's important that you can see my hands rather than my head. Just angle that again. So here we go, just step inside the band. And you can vary your stance, that will add a little bit more or a little bit less tension on the band. So there we go. Straight arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on for 30 seconds, a minute, or a set number of reps. Now, varying that a little bit, just choke me from the side. So we're going 1 straight arm, neutral wrist, remember. Now the problem with big weights and upright row is as it comes up, letting the wrist come into that position. So the way to avoid that is keep the wrist neutral and just track away slightly from the body. So you're not coming in here and causing that shape, you're just tracking away. It's a different pull to the straight arm frontal raise. Okay, and from the side, like I say, neutral wrist. So just track it slightly away from the body. So you're loading the shoulders a little bit more. And that's a more cool core rather, and cool. Okay, so there you go, front raise and upright row. Okay, next exercise is a single leg press. Take the band, make a stirrup. Straight leg, elbows on the ground. Tuck in, flexing and extending. I tend to drive with the outside of my foot so it goes out straight. So I'm keeping the knee nice and straight. Okay. And what you can do then, additional difficulty, is rock it back and then really push away. Push away, push away. So what you do with the left, you do with the right. Elbows on the ground, pushing away. You see I'm driving with the outside of the foot to keep the knee straight rather than letting the knee flail. Same again, rocking back. And of course you could make it into a double leg press with maybe a bigger band. So once again, driving away to rocking back. That's a bit too easy with this band. Okay, last 3 is variation on the bodyweight squat, bodyweight plus, a bent over row and an RDL. Bear in mind, the RDL side of things is very low weight, 35 kilo pull on the band. So it's more about flexibility and mobility rather than stacking up with weight. So a good one really for technique and getting used to the exercise and the flexibility that goes along with that in terms of hip flexors. Okay, so just once again, the variation on body weight squat, standing inside the band. There we go, and it's up over my shoulders, or you can hold it there, depending on how you want it particularly, and then we're squatting down and driving up, down, driving up, down, driving up, or down, driving up. So you've got tension on the band, pushing you down and driving you up. Okay, so staying stood inside the band, bent over row, take a bite out of the band about 6 inches, I don't know, 15, 20 centimetres above my leg, and I'm rowing to the chest. More flexibility than weight, rowing up towards the chest. From the side, like I say, just very soft bend in the legs and rowing up towards the chest. I'll just show you, when I say take a bite, turn it around the hand. That's all you're really doing for the bite. And the last one, a variation of RDL, remaining deadlift. Take a bite down by the legs, right just above the feet. You can vary the resistance depending on how wide your stance is. Remember, with the remaining deadlift, you're going down, flexing the hips, soft bend in the legs, unlock knees, and driving the ground away and driving up. Okay, down and up, down and up. And there you have it, a series of resistance bands exercises that support our FAME sessions, flexibility, agility, mobility, energy, all done. Cheers, thank you.